What are you scared of today, right now? What would you break up with right now in your life?
I already told you this.
Oh.
You didn't tell me. No. I didn't hear it.
Could we spin it and talk about it a little bit more or no?
I broke up with dating.
You broke up with dating?
I broke up with dating. Correct.
Good.
I wanna hear more
Why?
about it.
What are you scared of today, right now? What would you break up with right now in your life?
I already told you this.
Oh.
You didn't tell me. No. I didn't hear it.
Could we spin it and talk about it a little bit more or no?
I broke up with dating.
You broke up with dating?
I broke up with dating. Correct.
Good.
I wanna hear more
Why?
about this.
Yeah, why?
This is like the feminist chick over here. But like, yes, you go on with your bad self.
It's not the fact that I didn't think someone wasn't good enough or I wasn't good enough. I just decided for myself, I know where I stand. I know what my measurement of morality is. And I want my relationship to be more of like, I want him to be my best friend.
Organic.
Yes, I want it to be drummed up organically. I don't want to have to swipe left, swipe right, all these things. Yes, that's fun and all, but I'm ready to be like serious. I'm at a point in my life where I'm ready to like actually take myself seriously, take someone else seriously. So you know what? I'm going to break up with this idea of dating, and I'm going to think of it as this person that's in front of me. Can I see myself with that person?
Yeah.
Can they mirror you? Exactly.
with her.
I think it's like, is this a potential mate that I'm willing to settle down for the long term? That's possibly going to be.
Are they going to be there for me when I need them the most and like the worst of times?
Good for you.
Do they love me for my heart? Do they love me for my image? Are they trying to get something out of me? Are they trying to get some sort of validation? You know, like why? What is the motive for them to like come into my life? You know, I always like ask to God all the time, like just bring good humans into my world. And you know what? Usually I get to meet and date amazing partners. You know, I can't even say anything bad about my ex-husband because he was a great person. So I like the fact that you like broke up with dating and now you're like trying to just find a partner that would like mirror you and they have the same value system, because I think that is very important in the long term. You know, what if you get fat? What if you get into an accident? What if your hair falls off? You want somebody that loves you for your essence, not for like the glitz and glam around you, right?
Correct. I don't.
100%. Sorry, go for it.
Go ahead. I don't stem my soulmate based on sameness. I stem it off of shared character, shared morals, and what is your vision, and does ours align?
That is so important that you mentioned vision. I'm telling you, because if you don't have the same big picture together, if you don't want to accomplish the same big things like changing the world, like being like into fitness, like approaching people into a very in tune way, that's a deal breaker
Connection.
at some point in the long run. Yeah.
It's huge. And it also takes deciding what you want in advance. Don't let the emotion just capture you for the moment, you know what I mean? Because it's kind of like you were mentioning earlier, the infatuation could stay with you maybe for 6 months, it's temporary, right? And what happens is, once that infatuation is gone, you got to know that based on who the person is, what their core values are, what their vision for the future is, if they basically want to be the ideal parent that you want for your kids, or if they don't want kids, like you don't want kids, right? Certain things have to match and align. Is this person going to respect the fact that you might have other male relationships in your life? Like, some people are not cool with that, right? You know, and that's
100%.
because they have insecurities and all that, right?
Yeah.
So certain things have to match, they have to align, and that's part of the puzzle. And so for me, what's funny is I haven't dated very much people, like I haven't been in very much relationships, because I have like 7 tiers, like 7 rules that the person has to be for me to even consider taking them serious. Regardless of how I feel in the moment, it's kind of like, as we get to know each other, it's like everything's just a test, because you know exactly what you're most compatible with as you go through your life experiences, you know what I mean? And you want to make sure you identify with that, not with a feeling that might just be temporary, you know?
But I wonder, how do you not overthink or assume?
Oh, I'm the queen of overthinking.
Because, and I think to what you were saying earlier, right, this women with the cellulite, Esther Perel has this great concept that before you can make love to somebody else, you gotta want to make love to yourself.
Absolutely.
Right? How do we carry that? But I wonder, for you, Carl, how do, Because I think people have this list in their head, and I don't know if I agree with that, right? Because we all have core needs and flexible areas, right? Otherwise, we're kind of looking for, okay, this person, and I think what you were saying, taking a value-driven approach. If you go out on a date with someone and you're kind of connecting, but all of a sudden this person is very mean to the server, demeaning, and you don't say anything, or you stay to dinner, or you go out with him a second time, you're starting to bend your integrity.
Exactly. That is
And
so
when you
key.
start to bend your integrity, then you're off to a bad start. But I'm also not too friendly with the whole 7 rules card. Like, what
So
are
check
your
this out. Let me give you an example, right? So one of my
This,
good friends.
do you have a relationship or you're single?
No, I'm single.
This is why you're single. Would you list? This is why you're single.
I was gonna ask him why he's
Probably
single
not for
because
long.
he's been,
Stay
like,
curious. Stay curious and
all the
open.
boxes.
Not for long, but I'll tell you.
I'm gonna be the godmother of the kids,
You're
okay?
gonna charge him $10,000.
matchmaking business, I think.
That's a spin-off for later.
But let me tell you, let me give you an example, right? So I have a friend, I can't, go into details, but this guy was in love with his girlfriend that he was with, right? Like, you've never seen anyone more in love, and they were in a relationship for 4 years. Now, 2 years into the relationship, what happens is he happened to catch his spouse, partner, doing things on the side, okay? Which, it happens. Most relationships are gonna go through their issues, right? But he was so in love with her, and he was so hurt to the point where he wants to kick her off to the curb, but then he can't bear living life without her. So he accepts her back. They work it out. They work their problems out. They get consulting from the wrong relationship and sex. What do you
Sexologist.
Sexologists, right? The wrong advisors, right? AKA their friends, their family members that are all telling them just crap advice.
The worst.
Biased.
Right? And so they try to work it out, and then a few months later, after everything's going good, everything's fine, we worked out our issues, he catches the same issue again. They work it out. 6 months later, catches the same issue again, and this goes on for the next 2 years of the relationship. And he was just always in so much pain, and it's like, why would you do it? And he's like, because I love her so much, right? So now it comes to the point where, at what point are you going to come up with a rule, a standard? It doesn't have to be a rule. It's a standard.
That says more about him than it does her.
Exactly.
Most definitely
He
does.
needs
It
to
most
work
definitely
on
does.
why he's taking that poison and that approach.
But what I'm saying is that people do what they do because of one of two feelings. At the end of the day, everything that you do or don't do all comes down to a feeling, right? It's either you're running away from pain or you're moving towards some type of pleasure. And so
Tony Robbins.
Absolutely.
Here we are.
Ultimate mentor right there, right? And so what happens is this dude, the pain of losing her was more than the pain of seeing her continuously betraying him, is what I'm saying. And all I'm saying is, dude, you kind of knew going into that relationship that this was the type of situation that you were going to be in. Especially if you see that while she's ending a relationship and you know that, certain things have happened, you kind of know, you set that expectation. So you getting into a relationship, not even a relationship, but a dating scene where you allow these emotions to literally start to take over. I'm the type that it's not about rules, but I have standards where there's certain things I won't tolerate no matter how much I love somebody. There are certain things that I just absolutely won't tolerate. And so 100% trustworthy, right? Me not feeling like every time I'm away from you, like you say you're going off on vacation with your family, or you say that you're going to be at work on a certain day. The last thing I want in a healthy relationship is to constantly be worried about, is this person telling the truth? Is this person I can't?
But somebody like you wouldn't be worried like that because you're self-aware and you're developed, you see? Would you though? I mean...
No, I won't. But if it gets to the point where
it makes you uncomfortable.
I am feeling uncomfortable, I know that there's a problem, but the difference with me is I know how to put my problems out. If I'm feeling a certain way, most people won't. I'm saying I'm putting it on the table, show me your cards, and let's figure out how we can create a bridge because something's going on, I'm feeling something, I'm sensing something, I don't know why I'm feeling this way, and I could be totally overreacting, or the feeling could probably be justified, but at least I'm gonna talk to you about it.
You have to know why. That's where curiosity comes in, right?
Whatever. Let me give you another example, right? So I have another friends, they're married, right? They've been married now for maybe 6-7 years. The female partner in this situation, good friend of mine, she likes to go out. She likes to do things. She likes to be social. She likes to be interactive. The spouse that she's with doesn't like, he likes to sit on his couch, watch TV, watch football, that's it. He doesn't like to go out, and if he's not going out with her, he won't let her go out. It's been that way since the beginning of the relationship. And what I'm saying with rules is, okay, you guys were infatuated in the beginning, but if you know that it's important, it makes you feel fulfilled, it gives you some sense of aliveness to feel like you can go out, you can try new restaurants.
Are you talking about my ex-husband? You know him.
And then literally you get to the point where you feel so infatuated with someone because you're early on in the dating stage, but you know from the very beginning that this person doesn't let you go out.
Right.
When you want to go out, you have to ask yourself, are you willing to sacrifice that part of your soul, that part of what makes you feel alive and fulfilled in order to meet this temporary feeling of infatuation? That's why I say rules. You figure out who you are first. And you have to be okay being in love with yourself regardless of anyone else feeling that need for you. That's always number one. But once you realize, okay, these are the things that make me feel alive, and this is the type of relationship that I would like to be in. This I learned from Tony Robbins also. And he makes you go through a list of exercises like describe the ideal relationship if you had to envision it. You know, what would the person be like? How often do you guys go out? What's your love languages like? What's your touch like? What's your sex life like? Right? All these things. And you just really come in tune with, oh my gosh, these are the things I like and that I would like to have in the type of relationship I want. But then what you do is you go through, these are the absolute things, because you can't get everything you want. But there are probably half a dozen things on your list of 100 that, you know what?
100, oh my
what?
God. Jesus.
Because you have to know what you want, and it's all subconscious. You have to bring it to the front of your mind.
Hey guys, welcome to Break Up Like a Boss, your YouTube channel and podcast where you are going to get inspired and create magic. What is your intention, purpose, and passion in your life? What do you have to break up with in order to be the boss of your new one? What is your legacy? We are going to help you find out what is people going to miss you for when you're not longer around. We have a great panel, so stay tuned and check it out.